Hey guys, happy Friday. My name is Layla Wood and welcome to my channel. So today, as you can see by the title of this video, we are going to find out the truth about me. Because I am a pretty new channel here on YouTube, I figured why not do a personality test to learn a little more about me. And honestly, I feel like I'll probably learn a little bit about myself. So the last time I feel like I took a quiz like this, or you know, similar or whatever, was like in high school. So I figured why not do a personality quiz now. It's 2020, new year, new me. So I went to the internet. I started searching just different personality quizzes, different personality tests, and I came across this one called 16personalities.com, and this is the, I guess, quiz, test, whatever, that I'm going to be using today. And I wanted to bring you guys along. Of course, I want you guys to get to know me more, I guess. So I'm here, got my laptop, got my coffee, got my croissant, and let's do this. Okay, complete it all. Try not to leave any neutral answers. Okay. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Yes, I strongly agree with that. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. Yes, I do. I definitely do. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. No. You know, I don't really know. I consider myself a very organized person in the sense of I like to schedule things. I like to have it all written down in a sense of literally an itinerary. But yeah, no, I definitely do that. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Strongly agree. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. Yes, I guess I would try and support them emotionally and then try and problem solve with them. People can rarely upset you. I don't know. It just depends. That's a 50-50 one, so it's going to stay neutral. Okay, so next. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. Yes and no. It just depends, I guess, on the situation. I try to keep a conversation going and I try very hard to start conversations, but sometimes you're just in those situations where that ain't happening. Or, you know, you've just been in a really weird mindset for like, you know, a while where you're just like feeling really quiet or whatever. So like I get in those moods too. But like when I'm feeling like pretty 100, I would have to say, yeah, I like to try and start a conversation and definitely keep it going. Okay, so next one. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it's your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. Obviously, family is my biggest priority, but I definitely feel like once things have settled down, my main thing is to get right back into what I was working on, my whatever I do. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. I'm gonna stay neutral. That's just gonna be neutral. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. That would not be a challenge for me at all. Strongly disagree. I like spending time alone, honestly. I think it's really healthy for the mind, you know, just to really ground yourself. So, you know, I do honestly find peace and joy in having a weekend to myself, I guess. You are more of a detail-oriented than a big picture kind of person. Okay, so yeah, I guess I am very detail-oriented. Very, very detail-oriented. You are very affectionate with people you care about. 100%. You have a careful and Jesus, I can't read. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. I think I would have to agree with that one. Yeah. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. 100%. Oh my gosh, it still bothers me to this day. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. I'd have to like just slightly disagree with that. I definitely like kind of being in like, you know, not right in the middle, but like, you know, not too far off from the action, I guess. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Yeah, I'm a rational thinker. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. Yes. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. Yeah, I would definitely say I can stay calm under a lot of pressure. I've been in like a lot of high pressure situations, I guess, in a lot of different aspects of my life, and I feel like I've handled them pretty well, actually. Very calmly, very rationally. So yeah, I would have to say I can definitely stay calm under a lot of pressure. When in a group of people you don't know, you have a problem jumping right into their conversation. No, because I feel like if I do, like, if I know what they're talking about, then awesome, I can jump in, you know, whatever. If I don't know what they're talking about, then I'm somebody who likes to ask a lot of questions. I'm super curious, so I don't find that very hard for me to, you know. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Definitely. I definitely have very bizarre dreams. In your opinion, is it sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life? No. No, I have to strongly disagree with that, because if you have to step on others just to get ahead, what is that doing? I don't know. I don't like that one. I don't really know how to answer it, but I just feel like I strongly disagree with that in myself. I just don't think it's okay to step on others to get ahead in life. It's better to, you know, do the work, do the hard work, and get there yourself, because it's a lot more rewarding. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. I have to strongly agree with that one. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. No, because it's like, okay, no. I'm very confident in talking about this, actually. I, at least like it with myself. Making mistakes sometimes can be the absolute best thing that could ever happen, because when you're taking that road, you make a mistake and you learn from that mistake. Well, hopefully you learn. Making mistakes has such like a bad, like, negative on like the word like mistake. It's very like negative sounding, but honestly I think it's such a positive in like a lot of different aspects, and I think we need to start realizing that a lot more. When at social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. No, I like to actually introduce myself to new people. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. Absolutely not. I love philosophical conversations. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. What? No, I cry in front of others all the time. I'm such a baby. Oh my god. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate ones. Yes. That is why I believe I have always belonged. I needed to, like, you know, I just need to live in a city. I've always been drawn to like big cities. But yes, no, I definitely am more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future. Absolutely, because why not? When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. I would have to agree with that one. I'll definitely second guess my heart, think about it a lot in my head, and then realize, no, I'll stop and be like, no, I'm getting way too much in my head. What was my initial thing? What did I initially, like, you know, feel? And then I'll just go with that kind of thing, usually. You know, you cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. I feel like I could not Could not do that. No. I'd have to see, touch, or, you know what I mean? No, I couldn't. I couldn't. That would just like, is life even real? Next. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. No, I definitely like to forgive because it is a lot healthier, and that negative energy is just so much you have to put out that it's just not worth it. You often make decisions on a whim. I'm just gonna like lightly agree with that because I do a lot of planning, but I do find a lot of my plans just kind of fly out the window, so then I have to make my plans on a whim. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. I have to disagree with that because I really enjoy spending time with people. I love hosting people at my apartment, so I definitely love the company of company. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or a movie. I definitely think I'd have to agree with that one. I'm definitely one who has a lot of personal theories on different music, different albums, different artists. I like to really try and put myself into that artist's shoes to understand where they're coming from with their lyrics. So I definitely think I put some special effort into trying to interpret the real meaning of like a song or movies. Next question. You always know exactly what you want. I have to definitely strongly agree with that. I 100 not percent. I'm just gonna have to strongly agree with that one because as much as I, don't really know what to say to this question, but I genuinely think that I definitely am somebody who knows what I want, what my goals are, how I want to work towards them. So yeah, I definitely think I am somebody who knows exactly what I want. You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. I definitely think that I'm somebody who looks back on like my choices and decisions that I've made in the past, and I think about, if I would have done it this way, what the outcome would have been, if I would have done it that way, what the outcome would have been. When in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. No, I like crowded areas for some reason. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. No, I definitely look at a big picture in a sense, if that's what, if you want to look at the question that way. I definitely look at the future possibilities. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. No, I don't think I have a hard time doing that. Again, I try and put myself into other people's shoes to see where they're coming from in their point of view, in any situation, honestly, just to try and better understand. So yeah, I don't have a hard time doing that. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. I'm gonna have to just stay neutral on that one. It just honestly really is depending on what the task at hand is. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. No, when somebody thinks highly of me, that motivates me more to work even harder at what I'm doing. It doesn't kind of, wow, that kind of puts a downer on things. I've never looked at things like that, but no, I'm definitely not that kind of person. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking a conversation. Yeah, I definitely think I would, yeah. Yeah. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. I strongly have to agree with that one. My gosh, I will sometimes just sit a good hour and I will catch myself just daydreaming. You look after yourself first and others come in second. No, that doesn't exist when you're a freaking mom. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. No, I tend to follow my daily routine. I will either schedule my days like the night before or morning of, and I usually try and knock off everything on my list. Your mood can change very quickly. Depends. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. No, I'm gonna disagree only because I don't do it often. I'm not gonna say I've never, contemplated the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. I'm gonna have to agree. Yeah, I love talking about myself, definitely. You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. I would have to agree with that. I have some career plans, I guess, and things I'm just agreeing with it, okay? But I'm not somebody who's living just day by day. I have goals. I have I have long-term goals, future goals for myself, my family. So I'm not just kind of living my life on a whim by any means. I try and do things with a purpose, I guess, if that makes sense. If that's what you rarely dwell on your regrets. It's out of your reach. You can't do anything about it. It's stuff that happened in the past, and I try and move forward as much as I can. I'll just I'm gonna agree with that one, lightly agree. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. No, you see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. I'm just gonna lightly disagree with it because I'm somebody who definitely tries to, keep a realistic lifestyle, but at the same time, see the bigger picture and work towards my goals. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. I feel like I'm just a very empathetic person in general, so regardless of if I've been through that situation or not, I'm just going to show the same type of compassion and, care for that person and empathy. Okay, your emotions control you more than you control them. I'm just gonna lightly agree with it. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. Honestly, yeah. Sometimes I just, after a long week, sometimes I just like to hang out with my friends, do our thing, listen to some music, have a nice, chit chat. I'm a people person. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancements could change everyday life. I'm gonna lightly agree with that. So yes, I do think of it, but not all the time where I'm like, that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna lightly agree. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. I always try and consider 100%. Yes, because I just don't want to do something where I f somebody else up. You still honor the commitments you have made even if you have a change of heart. But see, that's just depending, that's just a depending kind of if you had if you had a commitment of a job, where you had to go in and do a certain job, and then you walked in and they completely lied to you and it's nothing like what you thought it was going to be, you're not gonna, in a sense, put yourself in whatever type of situation because they lie. You know what I mean? So that just depends. But if it's with family or friends or anything like that, I definitely think I still honor the commitments I have made even if I've had a change of heart. You rarely feel insecure. I strongly disagree. I'm done. Okay. My personality type is a protagonist. Okay, let's read. Okay. So my mind, this trait determines how we interact with our environment. I am 65% extroverted and 35% introverted. Okay, cool. Energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. I'm 62% intuitive and 38% observant. Nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. I'm 15% thinking and 85% feeling. Tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. So I have 71% with judging and 29% with prospecting. And identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. I am 46% assertive and 54% turbulent. Interesting. Okay. The little introduction to what I guess the protagonists are. So protagonists are natural born leaders, full of passion and charisma, forming around 2% of the population. They are oftentimes our politicians or coaches and our teachers, reading out and inspiring others to achieve and to do good in the world. With a natural confidence that begets influence, protagonists take a great deal of pride and joy in guiding others to work together to improve themselves and their community. My strengths are I'm tolerant, I'm reliable, I'm charismatic, I'm altruistic, and natural leaders. Interesting. And some protagonist weaknesses: overly idealistic, too selfless, too sensitive, fluctuating self-esteem, ain't that the truth, and struggling to make tough decisions. Okay. Wow, this was actually this is a really cool quiz. Okay, well, anyways, this video could honestly go on for like another hour, just me reading all this to you guys, and I'm sure you don't want to hear me ramble on anymore, but basically, I took a personality quiz, and it turns out that I am apparently a protagonist personality type. So let me know down in the comments below if you've ever taken a personality test, if you have the same results as this. Okay, well, I will leave the link to this specific quiz that I did down below. You guys take it, let me know what you guys got, and I will see you guys next Friday. Do not forget to like this video, click the subscribe button down below, and have yourself a wonderful week. Bye!